Hi folks, Chris Voss here from the chrisvossshow.com, the chrisvossshow.com. Hey, we're coming here with another versus comparison. This is the top 10 reasons why the Apple iPhone 5S is better than the HTC One M8. Be sure to watch the opposite video we'll be doing, where we list the top 10 reasons why the M8 is better than the iPhone 5S. Thanks to AT&T to share the phone with us for the M8, and be sure to look at their website at amzn.to. So let's get into it. Now, in comparing both these phones, the M8 certainly outspecs the phone when it comes to technical specifications of the iPhone 5S, but there's still plenty of reasons to own the phone. Number one, the build. The build on the iPhone 5S is definitely beautiful. It's not plasticky in shape, form, or design in any way possible. It's just a beautiful, beautiful phone, especially with the beveled machined edges that you see on the device. All in all, it's just a beautiful, spectacular, good-looking unit. The HTC One definitely has some beautiful build to it, but it almost kind of seems kind of rounded and kind of simplistic in its design, and doesn't have the cool beveled features on the edges, the outside that you see on the iPhone 5S. So for number one, we feel build is better. Number two, the iPhone 5S has the cool fingerprint technology that certainly does better than some of the fingerprint technology we see on other Android phones. And of course, the HTC One M8 does not have that technology. Number three, the iPhone comes with a very simple interface operation. Doesn't take a lot of brain to operate it. It's got basically swipe. There's not the complexity of widgets and other applications that come with the Android product that make it very much more complex and give it more of a learning curve. You can do more with it, but there is a learning curve. People like the simplicity of a home button, being able to swipe through apps, and they're done. Number four, the app ecosystem. With the App Store on the iPhone, there of course are more apps that are developed for it, and developers, since they have a very flat, defragmented software that they can take and use, they can make apps quicker, faster, and usually come to iPhone first. So they have a very good app ecosystem with Apple. One of the other features is, since Apple's been doing it longer, they have more apps. Number five, this is a very interesting aspect. With the Apple iPhone 5S, it has an 8-megapixel camera that's very good. With the M8, you're looking at a 4-megapixel camera, and they call it the megapixel, where it's a bigger pixel than whatever, but it's technically 4 megapixels that it has inside of it. So you kind of have to wonder what that means, and when it comes to, well, it's bigger pixels, but does that really matter? I'm not really sold on it. I actually like the pictures that come off the iPhone 5S over the M8. Size is smaller for feminine hands, number 6. Definitely a lot of females tell me that they prefer the smaller iPhone 5S over the M8 because it fits in their hand. I have a big hand, about a 9-inch span male hand, and I like bigger phones because of it. But the iPhone 5S, if you have smaller hands, dinky hands, is definitely something that fits more towards being comfortable for you. And I can see that a lot of women like the iPhone 5S over any other product. Number 7. The smaller battery on the iPhone 5S comes in at about 1,570 milliamp hours, very low for any mobile phone these days. And of course, the M8 is much, much larger, almost twice as much. And the beautiful part with the iPhone 5S, even though it's sadly smaller, is you can charge it up to 100% faster and fully recharge it. So that definitely is a benefit for many people at number 7. Number 8, the lightning connector. You can't screw up which side to plug this baby in. It's totally built for someone who can operate in the dark, or you go to bed, it doesn't matter which way you flip the plug, you jam it in, away you go. You got the lightning connector doing it. When you're working with the micro USB for Android products, man, you got to know which way you're going, and sometimes even then it doesn't want to seem to go in the hole just right, and you have to work it and make sure you get it right. Worst case scenario, you can really screw it up. Number 9, there's no carrier bloatware on the Apple iPhone that's allowed. The only bloatware is the Appleware, so there are Apple's products where they have their different apps and things they put on it. You just have to put up with that, but you don't have to put up with the individual carrier bloatware that many people don't like about the Android product. Number 10, you get updates when Apple issues them, not the carriers. The problem with Android that many people complain about is that you not only have to wait for updates, but you have to wait for updates to pass through the carriers after they go through Android, and the carriers have to adjust their bloatware, and it comes to you. So those are the top 10 reasons why the Apple iPhone 5S is better than the HTC One M8. Be sure to see the opposite video we're making on both these. Thanks to AT&T at AT&T.com for loaning us both phones. Be sure to check out our website, thechrisvossshow.com. Give us a like on YouTube, and be sure to subscribe and tell your friends. Thanks for coming by.